Hello and welcome to 4am Art. This is Justin, and in this video I'm going to show you how to draw this snail. I'll be using a pencil, of course, 2B lead and 4B lead for the darker tones, as well as a white pencil. And I'm using Strathmore Gray Toned Paper for this, which really has a great effect. If you haven't tried this yet, definitely try this paper. It comes in a tan color as well as a gray. And the color of the paper helps to set kind of like the overall mood, gives me the medium tones in the range of very light tones, which will take care of with the white pencil. And then the darkest tones, of course, will be with the 4B lead. So first things first, I go ahead and rough out the basic shapes of my snail. Take your time with this. Once you're kind of happy with how it looks and the proportions, we'll go ahead and start putting in the details. At this point, I'm starting to add more details for the shell. And notice that I'm using the lines from the pencil in two ways. First, to give it some color, some value, but I'm also showing the contour of the surface by specifically curving the lines so that it follows the contour. Notice that at the top of the shell it's much more curved, and towards the middle of the shell it's more straight, and that automatically gives it a feel that it's rounded. I'm doing this in a sketchy way, sketchy fashion, and so you'll definitely see all the lines. I'm not going to erase much of anything, really. Leave everything there. Again, I'm using contoured lines here for this second part of the second turn of the shell. And I've already started marking the dark shadows. I'll be using different combinations of line technique, hatching, cross hatching, some scribbling. You can of course be more consistent as far as using purely cross hatch lines, but I tend not to do that. To me it looks a little bit stiff. And I will scribble to get my tones in. Whatever it takes to get the values. Here I am using an eraser just because those are going to be the brightest areas. And I'll supplement that, as I mentioned, using a white pencil to get the brightest highlights, brightest tones. Just more detail here for the body, and these are just small circles. I do have this video sped up to 120% of the actual speed, and I edited out all the dead parts, so this won't end up being too long of a video. This video is about 7 minutes. Probably took me roughly 15 minutes total, including downtime, to draw the snail. If you're just starting out, definitely take your time. The speed comes with a lot of practice, so never give up. If you're ever unsure about your drawing, whether it looks good or not, sometimes you get used to what you're drawing as you draw it. So take your drawing and hang it in front of a mirror so you can look at the reverse image. And a lot of times what looked good normally will the bad parts will be obvious when you look at it reversed using a mirror. Adding more details here. Snails are great just because the shell vary a lot from snail to snail with a lot of different variations, a lot of different texture, shapes. And here I'm making this a little bit more graphic by really accentuating the outline. So this mechanical pencil now has 4B lead, which is about the softest mechanical pencil lead you can buy, because it really gets a little soft, and I often will break the lead as I add pressure to get even darker tones. Notice I'm making it fairly thick, so it really does look like an outline, and I'm having to go over it multiple times just to get the thickness that I want. You don't have to do this, but it really, to me, increases the contrast and makes the drawing really pop out more. And I'll go ahead and darken some of the darkest shadows here. And again, I'm just using a lot of scribble lines, whatever it takes to get the darkest tones that I want. So of course we want to make sure that the snail or whatever it is you're drawing doesn't look like it's just floating in midair. So I'll go ahead and add some ground and some shadows, lines underneath the object so it looks like it's sitting or laying on something. At this point I'm putting in the lightest tones, which of course is the white pencil. And I'm just going to do this quickly. You don't need a lot, and this will really make your drawing pop. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and got something out of it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.